Hey there folks, I'm Serious JG and welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence. Um, got a little bit of a scratch in my throat. I might have mentioned that in the previous video because I was starting to feel it last night. So I probably shouldn't really be recording. I don't think it'll affect my vocal quality so much as like if I'm on the edge of getting sick, this might not be helping. I don't know, but I kind of got time to record and I figured I'll just get in a few videos. See how maybe it'll be my way of figuring out whether or not I'm coming down with something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Burn? Yeah, this is all stuff you're terribly interested in hearing. Um, so yeah, I got the day off here, and I got a couple of little errand type things done. Got down to the tailor shop, dropped off some pants to be taken in, because you know that's a good thing. You don't want to have your pants taken out. You want to have your pants taken in. I mean, if you bought new pants because they go with the jacket, you got to make sure the jacket fits and then tailor the pants. But if you got a pair of pants you've been wearing for a while and they don't fit no more, you want to have them taken in. You don't want to have them taken out. You know what I'm saying? Also, bought some shirts and some ties because I got a meeting tomorrow. I have to go full suit and tie. But I've been wearing ties every day at work. Gotten used to business cash, and there was a bit of a switch. And I'll tell you, folks, you get used to business cash, you get a little spoiled because you don't really realize just how uncomfortable you are wearing a suit all the time until, or like a tie, until you know. It's not even the tie; it's the frickin' all my brothers out there in the white collar world know what I'm talking about. The younger fans, the lady fans, the blue collar fans, maybe not, but you white collar boys know. You got like say, I'm not telling you my shirt size, but say you got uh, hangers in your closet. You got a couple of 15s in there, a couple of 15 and a halves, maybe a 16 or two. And you don't even notice the difference between them when you're going business cash. You got that top button done button, but man, you got a shirt and you're like, I love the pattern, I love the color on this size 15. But why the hell did I buy a 15? I'm choking wearing this thing. And you got to tie that tie tight. You can't have a loose tie. You look like a schmuck. All this stuff is terribly fascinating, and you want to hear about it. Sadly, last time, see, look at the clouds, and oh, it's a beautiful game. Last time, we finally arranged it so that the Matsudaira took Nagashino, but Nagashino went to us because we sent a request to them to act as backup. And what we learned, and I think it's good to know, we don't have to like get into a panic mode if we request, say, the Azai to help us attack Kononji later. And the Azai unit is the one that takes the city. There's no need to panic. We're still going to get it because we call them in as reinforcement. What it does mean is that we can't really manipulate the Matsudaira into doing anything. We've weakened Nagashino as seriously as we can. We've learned that if we go messing with Hikuma, maybe the Hojo just march out because there's troops in their territory, but I think the Hojo are allied with the Hikuma and will actually attack us if we mess with it. So Nagashino, I don't know what we can do other than concentrate on taking the capital and then rebuilding our forces. Trying to keep some alliances going. We know, though, from the last video, because what I'm having to do is I jump back to a slightly earlier save, because the attack on Nagashino was just, I didn't want to end up with a city for myself. So we're kind of doing a take-backsies. And I'm not going to do that often, but I told you guys I was saving before I launched the attack, just in case things didn't work out in a way that There's no way for me to hand the city over to the Matsudaira. We lost some troops in the effort. I was perfectly satisfied with that, but it was a gameplay element where I wasn't sure how it was going to work, and as it turns out, it didn't work the way I was hoping it did, so I'm just backing down. And I don't have a problem with it. If you do, I guess you can say so in the comments. But we got a little sneak preview of the fact that muskets arrived in Nobunaga's force, and I'm hoping that makes a big positive difference for me. For a little while, I think we'll have muskets in the Hojo, Takeda, and Nagao won't. And there's Kagetora himself. That is the future Kenshin Uesugi, I believe. He was appointed fierce fighter widely known as the Dragon of Echigo. Yep. This guy will eventually become Kenshin, and you can see his stats are pretty fucking awesome. He's the governor. Birmingham, I met the governor. But for a little while we'll have muskets, and that won't last. But I'm kind of thinking that we'll be able, as a progressive clan, to use we'll have various things we can do to tweak muskets. I think what I'm trying to get at in a very roundabout way is that muskets are going to be to our advantage. They will boost the fighting capacity of a lot of forces, but I think our force will have a disproportionate advantage to having muskets, which is good. Very good. So we'll have to redo some of our domestic stuff we were working on. You guys can build castle facility now. Depot is the one that I want, but you don't have the resource. What can you actually build? You can only build Buddhist temple and tea retreat. So I guess I might as... Well, no. I think what I need to do is wait for Christianity. Because Christianity should follow fast upon the heels of that. And I've got more conservative officers than anything else, but I'll eventually have, I think, a lot of progressive officers. I don't know. They're not developed enough, and I don't think we ever will be. So we were waiting here to build musket towers. Gifu Castle is also saving room for a facility because they are eventually going to be able to build, I believe, an armory. Matter of fact, Kiyosu Castle will be able to build an armory. Might want to just tear down that dual annex right now. And then we can eventually get a dual armory and musket towers going. That'll give us 4 space? 2 space. No, that'll give us 4 space. If we dismantle the dual annex, because I guess we'll be taking down the whole thing, not just the annex. It won't be reverting back to annex, it'll just be getting torn up. So that would give us room for a castle facility, and we could build a better Tenshu, although actually our Tenshu, because I went to residence instead of 4-story extended, is as big as it's going to get. I might have to do a lot more remodeling over here. We can eventually get a gun tower and then a battery. Increases resistance to blockade storm and to attack power of units with muskets. Greatly increase attack power of units with muskets at this base. Yeah, we might go with corner turrets and just like have this castle busting out the best musket units ever. But no point in tearing down that thing until we actually have something new to build. So what cities do we want to explore? We've checked out most of the neighboring hostile cities, although sending Raiden Weissman to take a look at the Hojo is not a bad idea in my mind. Continuing to try and tweak these, build lots of the facilities that improve neighboring facilities. Although that's actually kind of a long-term project, I guess.
Let us enact a policy.
See, we got the progressive policies here. Remove barriers is in place. Land and arm orders. Harvest increases based on number of months enacted. Revolt happen unless off popularity is low. Controlled tribes max soldier greatly decreases. I'm not doing anything with the controlled tribes. But you know what? How much is this a month? $12.80 a month. I guess I want to enact that and yeah, we're not doing much with tribe soldiers. But this is something that the longer you have it in place, the more of an impact it has. And it's already boosted the harvest. So I guess we want to get going on that. Like, sooner the better, if you're going to do it at all. It's like in Fallout New Vegas. So if you're going to grab a perk that increases experience by a percentage point, then get it early, and it'll have more time to have an effect. This one, why can't we do it? Christianity's not arrived yet. Income from controlled ports increases. Western merchants come more often. What's the bad part? Loyalty of officers, conservative tenants decreases. You get more income. Improve firearms, I think we want to get, because I'm eventually going to get in a mode where I'm buying firearms every turn and trying to make sure I have firearms as part of every combat party. Resupply using a small amount of supplies. The effect of fighting at fortified ports increases. Takes down labor. That might be worth doing. But improved firearms, easy commerce, gold income greatly increases. We'll want that one when we get more innovation. Fixed society. Troops greatly increase, overcome crop limitations, and develop conscripts. See, I'm confused about the difference between militia and troops. Max troops goes up by a ton. Max militia goes down by not as much, but by quite a bit. I think this is probably a good one, though. But eventually we're going to get to the point where all these policies are just expensive. But this is overcome crop limitations. You don't have to worry about the food as much. Effects of fighting a fortified post increases. Deploying muskets increases attack power. Merchandise gets less expensive during trades. Yeah, intensive fire. We definitely want all the firearm related stuff. But for now, decrease our usable labor. Effective fighting a fortified post increases. We'll want this when we get into more war, unless less domestics. Area army, I'm not as sure about. And we want to start building. We actually want to start building when Christianity comes. I know there are people who object to this. There's at least one person who mentioned specifically that they didn't want their character to have a progressive tenet if that explicitly meant they were Christian, which I was like, you know, I think I said at the time, I was like, man, don't take it so seriously, but I get what you're saying. That being said, I think we need to build Christian stuff, just because in this game, that represents drawing in outside ideas and increasing innovation, and you need a very high innovation to get the intensive firearms policy. Well, no, intensive firearms can be used by anybody. Fixed society, I read somewhere that this is really broken. Even though I don't get the difference between troops and militia that well, and somebody can explain it in the comments to me, I'm under the impression this is what really gives you the ability to have huge armies. And that is of all the tenets that are really supporting one side and not the other, like improved militia and foster system, troops at fortresses increase. The ones that are just specifically for the conservatives aren't as strong in this game. You get like more out of the tribes, and you can build more militia. But the large standing armies come, and the musket stuff not really dependent on your innovation, oddly enough. Although no, improved firearms requires you to have progressive tenet. Intensive firearms, improved firearms, I think is a prerequisite. So that's weird. It doesn't have a policy like innovation level that's required, but one of the prerequisites requires you to have high innovation. So essentially, if you want to get really good at firearms, you've got to kind of play ball with the Christians, which makes sense given what's going on in history. Maybe I should just go ahead and rip down that whiptail. Maybe I should just go ahead and. Do you have iron in this city? Does Gifu have iron? I'd really hope that it does. I don't think it does. This has... Oh, I keep thinking that's the symbol for... It says lumber. Lumber liquidators. Unless we find iron in Gifu, I don't think it gets lumber. I know Kiyosu and I think Inuyama had iron. It says something. What are they building there? It's got a little symbol like it has a, oh well, I can't tell. Maybe Nagoya had iron. It does. So that place will eventually build up some super sweet. They may not be able to build the armory and the castle, but they should be able to build up whatever the. Can't build anything there now. I have to go to Kyosu to actually see what it is I'm hoping to build there. Gunsmith, but that has to be a craft location, huh? What do you get if I forget what you get if you have a military facility with iron, because that's what I've kind of got in the works over at quarry requirements, armory, and then gunsmith. Muskets become cheaper. Oh, that's good. And makes the armory just makes it more suitable for conscripts and allows you to build. Wait a minute, I did that wrong. Armory? Is that what it is? Blacksmith? No. Gunsmith makes muskets cheaper. Armory makes it possible to build an arsenal. So maybe in that city, maybe in Nagoya, I've got iron and I could build a gunsmith. But if Nagoya will ever be big enough to have castle facilities, and it will, I need to think about not having that district be what it currently is. I would need that to be commercial. I see, yeah, this isn't really working with what I wanted to do at all, because I wanted this to be, I wanted to have military here to get lots of troops, but with the iron there, I actually need to turn that into commercial. And then it won't be able to boost the military here or here the way that I thought it would. So, yeah, but I think eventually I need to change that so it's not, because gunsmith doesn't do me as much good. Not unless it's possible. Well, Gifu Castle has room for one, but it's not developed enough. Ogaki is where I can actually look. Required resources. Effect increases with more gunsmiths. Oh. Maybe, okay, I gotta leave it alone. What I gotta find out is, do you actually need to have an arsenal for this to work? I mean, an armory. I'm getting armory and arsenal mixed up in my head all the frickin' time. Because otherwise, gunsmith effect increases with more gunsmiths. I mean, do I even need an arsenal? What does an arsenal do again? That's an arsenal. What does an armory do again? I need to make some damn notes, or just get less scatterbrained. Blame it on Medicine Head. I took a dose of Dayquil. That's what I'm blaming this on. Facility. Gunsmith makes the district suitable for crafts. Muskets become cheaper. That's weird. Gunsmith can only be built on a military district. Armory makes the district more suitable for conscripts. So the gunsmith makes the armory work better. So really what I need to think about doing isn't Kyosu. Not Kyosu. Yeah, I do mean Kyosu. Build a gunsmith there. Muskets become cheaper. And increases the effect of an arsenal. Okay, yeah, I was right. This military district probably should be a commercial district. because it'll increase the effectiveness of the arsenals that I'm planning to build. And I would dearly love to get iron in Gifu. Like, the larger a city is, the more I would like to get an arsenal there. But any city that I can get an arsenal in it, I'm going to be quite happy to suddenly get an arsenal in it. Inuyama. We never found a resource here. No, we did. Yeah, we've been... That's Kyosu. Inuyama is over here. And I can't tell what that is. Well, I'm kind of running out of stuff to do. I guess I had probably a lot of road construction that I need to redo because we lost that turn. I just hate to feel like I'm wasting labor. So this is the most labor-intensive way to improve roads, but doing one at a shot like this. Nagahide Niwa getting involved in the road construction. I sure wish Hideyoshi would show up because I'm nervous about that. We should have gotten him before we did the Saito events, but I broke history a bit. Ryu Doragon, our finest general, building roads because that's kind of how it's going right now. Don't know if I want to increase these roads up here because I don't plan to march out in that direction myself. I need for my troops to be able to reinforce these cities, though. At some point, it's been suggested to me... I think you guys, if you're getting reinforcements, they'll come this way. It's been suggested to me that I can start building more fortresses within this territory. Doesn't seem like we're chock full of spaces where we don't already have fortresses. Maybe that's just me. I just want it, as long as it takes less than 30 days. And the people involved are not overseers. Alright, let's call it. And hopefully the Matsudaira will still... Wait, what happened down here? There's a little... There's a little symbol, like something times 0. What's happening that I'm supposed to have taken note of? I'm missing stuff, you guys. Alright, whatever. This is getting ridiculous. This turn is going to take forever.
Let's go!
Yeah, you're fine. You just stay there. I'll deal with you guys when I got time on my hands. We've added a workshop due to growth, so I'll be able to deal with that next turn. I picked up the Golden Touch trait. That's how awesome I am. Finished a lot of road work and got some... Skadi North has got the Agility trait and the Schemer trait.
Your orders. Here is last month's balance.
Made a lot of money. Sold a lot of food. Nobunaga's growing stronger. And I think I've decided I need to chill out with... build a castle. I need to chill out with selling food unless I've got a specific construction project that can't wait. Thought I saw some stuff that was ready. Yeah, ready to get more awesome sauce. This, I guess, was going to be a coin exchange. Yep. Don't know why we don't have our best political officer as overseer, but there's not a huge difference. I thought there was more than one village ready to go. Or town ready to go, but... It's just Kyosu again. Always waiting to have this thing turned into a studio when I want a gunsmith. Funny, I thought thought there was more stuff to do. Village cargoman has been constructed. Oh, it's telling me things had been finished constructing. Big catch at Hanoi Castle. That's nice. Mogaki and Gifu. Yeah, these are the same as they've been for a long time. There's room for one facility. You will have room for a tower. So there's really nothing new going on here. Master Miller, we're not really going to be able to get him to... we're not going to be able to extract him. We're not going to make him unhappy enough. Do we care about keeping you happy? Not really. I guess I'll take a look and see if there's more road work I could do. I guess we could be improving our ability to get down to the Matsudaira at. But otherwise, I'm just going to work on the roads until the money runs out. Could happen anytime now. Doing it this way just makes things happen faster time-wise, and I use up more labor, and I guess less gold. It doesn't really change how much gold is used. It just means that things happen faster. I accidentally went for 2 levels there. I'm trying to do 1 level at a time so that all the officers involved in this are free by the end of the month. So that if I decide spontaneously to march, they're all ready to go. Is this video... I did lost track of what time it was when I started. But boy, we're going to have some great roads in our country here. And the neighboring country. Probably start buying horses again at some point too, because we went through some horses with all those wars. But we will definitely want to be in the habit of buying lots of... I'm just looking for the most essential roads. I think I can take a break on the constantly building roads thing now. At least the next turn, those roads leading into Matsudaira territory probably need to be built up. We're right at about the right time to end a video, so let's call it a turn. Be nice if we could like get to the point where the Christianity, or not the Christianity, rifles pop up, and then I could have a whole video of that excitement. Got spoilered a bit by Kaijun Miyabi has grown more discontent and will defect to us if we ask. Let's continue to conspire, because I'm hoping that we can eventually extract Kaijun Miyabi, who is, as I recall correctly, an Asakura officer. Roadwork, roadwork, roadwork. Don't have diplomacy to form one-year lines. Keep going. Ayame Takaka has grown more discontent. Will defect to us if we ask. Keep going. I'm trying to extract people.
Let's begin the meeting.
Let's begin the
Here is
meeting.
last month's balance. Reporting in.
One of our enemy castles have been scouted. All that training is paid off. Still don't have muskets. So in this video, my blathering on didn't manage to actually get as far with the domestics as where we were last video when I had to pull back. It is what it is, folks. Like I said, blame the medicine head. That would be me. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching. In the next video, we should get muskets, which means I can start buying muskets on every turn. There's at least one city where I can already get an arsenal in play. And yeah, we are going to go full on with the firepower as soon as we are able. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. It'd be kind of cool to storm into the capital with muskets. We'll see how that goes.